EricksonsLandscapeSupply.com to see our entire selection. You know, most mulch is reclaimed from landfills, but Erickson's mulch is grown from whole trees. Yep, we process the mulch ourselves to keep the prices nice and low, and use only premium colorant so the beautiful look of new mulch lasts. At Erickson's, we never skimp, and that's why first-time shoppers become repeat customers. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit EricksonsLandscapeSupply.com to see our entire selection.
St. Vincent de Paul at 76th and Bradley Road is having our grand opening celebration this Father's Day weekend, June 13th through the 15th. Doors open at 9 a.m. and everything's on sale, 20% off. There'll be some great food trucks, cool giveaways, and it's a great chance for thrifters to see a whole new store's worth of inventory and bargains. 76th and Bradley in Milwaukee. Don't miss our grand opening sale, June 13th through the 15th.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Here's Reese Hoskins.
Designated hitter, Reese Hoskins.
Gosh, that was just a really cool moment. The old walk-up song and everything. Dan Baker, one of the best in the biz. If you've never been to Philly for a game, I just had my first experience last year going to the bank. It was really cool, honestly. I really enjoyed that ballpark. Philly fans are... Look, when it's a moment like this, you feel the love, and it's amazing. When you're deep down a Cowboys fan, sorry... But, you know the other side of it, like Greg was talking about, too. But this was just cool, man. I just can't stop smiling, even though the Brewers lost 3-1 today. But really, really cool moment. Well done by the Phillies, and we can get back to baseball tomorrow. One of the texts that came in here earlier from Brian and Tosa asking about the need for starting pitching and needing, given... We also got news earlier today that Robert Gasser is experiencing some tightness in his elbow and in his forearm, which makes you go, "Eee-lee," and you're trying to figure it out. Okay. He says explain why his velo was down in his last start. And again, I'll say it again. I'm sick of having to say it. Trevor Bauer is not an option. He's not. Stop it. He's not. He's not. Just drop it. If somebody around you, if you know somebody or somebody you love, keep saying, why don't the Brewers sign Trevor Bauer? Correct them. No, it would have already happened by now. But somebody asked, Brian here asking, would you trade Willy Adames for some pitching help? And I say, absolutely the heck not. No. You trade Willy Adames, that's waving the white flag. I know in theory you're saying, oh, well, you just move Joey Ortiz to short, then you figure out third base, maybe throw Tyler Black back over there. And no. This would be Josh Hader 2.0. Now, in the long run, yes, be cool to say like, hey, this blossomed into something else or everything. I get the feeling that you may have seen the quotes this week from Matt Arnold in his session with all of us in the media earlier this week. Matt Arnold and owner Mark Adamowski talked about the fact that they're not able to sign Willy Adames. There has already been an extension put in front of him. He declined it. He wants to test free agency. That's his right to do so. Furthermore, there have been trade calls. There have been teams calling about Willy Adames, and Matt Arnold has continued to say no. They're always listening, but to me, for a team that's in first place, it's almost a carbon copy of 2022, man. And with all due respect to Josh Hader, losing Willy Adames would be a bigger impact. Not just, for the clubhouse atmosphere, but like literal impact. Like 4-5 hitter, plays every day, shortstop every single day. I'm not trading Willy. Unless something goes terribly wrong and the Brewers lose like 20 games in a row or something, I'm not trading Willy. I'm not doing it. I'm not. It has to be some sort of ridiculous return for that to happen. But as far as pitching goes, look, get in line. Everybody needs pitching. In the Brewers, they have some prospect capital. They certainly can make something happen. But then the balance of remembering, okay, Junis is on the way back. You've got Woodruff next year. Hopefully, maybe we'll see Aaron Ashby at this rate, given he had a great outing, 7 innings in his last outing in AAA. Maybe we'll see Jansen Junk get a spot start. He's been warming up like for the last 3 days straight. Hasn't got into length for the Brewers, but everybody needs pitching. Literally every single team needs pitching, always, at any time. So get in line. They're going to piece it together and see what happens. Once you get past this Philly series, it gets a little bit more interesting for the Brewers because you face the Tigers, a team that's kind of underwhelming right now. You come back home for Toronto, who's especially underwhelming right now, but they're still flirting with 500. Then you get the Reds again. You haven't seen the Reds since April, and the Reds are sort of showing signs of life, but then aside from Ellie De La Cruz, they kind of go as Ellie goes, so you can survive this little stretch right now and see what happens once you know more about Gasser, once you know more about Junis' return, once you know more about maybe what the rest of the market is going to look like. Up next, so we are going to hear from the manager, Pat Murphy, as the Brewers fall 3-1 to the Phillies on 620 WTMJ.
With a local Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank knows what success looks like. They've been serving businesses and individuals in the area for nearly 15 years, including a long-standing commitment to the healthcare industry. From expansion to treasury management, Fifth Third offers a full suite of financial services and solutions across the healthcare spectrum to meet the complex moments you're navigating. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Sleep apnea is a serious condition. And the worst part about it is, because it affects you while you're sleeping, you don't know what this condition is doing to you.
And it was scary because I found out that I was waking up 145 times an hour. 145 times. I was scared. I wasn't getting the sleep I needed.
And that's the thing. Someone like John wakes up after thinking he's slept all night, and he's been feeling run down for years, and finally finds out something really is wrong. This is why, for us, solving sleep apnea problems is so gratifying, because we really are changing lives.
I've had more energy. I'm getting better sleep. I've been told from my wife I don't snore, but honestly, it changed my life.
This is Dr. Madan Kandula. Solving your breathing triangle problems means a better quality of life, and you deserve that.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary.
Get ready to go all in for cash battles at Potawatomi. This June, go head-to-head with your fellow club members for a chance at your share of $200,000 in cash. Play with your club card for entries. Hourly drawings on June 6th and 20th from 4 to 8 p.m. Each drawing, 2 winners split $20,000. Cash battles at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. It's the biggest cash bash of the summer. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 and a club member to play.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
It's all right. There's 162 of them. Brewers Extra Innings is also brought to you in part by Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Is your AC unit more than 10 years old? Well, you're in luck. Through June 15th, Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical can save you $1,500 on a brand new unit. Visit cider.com, SEIDER.com, to schedule an appointment today. That's cider, SEIDER.com. Apologies if you hear the sirens in the background because, well, if you're watching on YouTube, you can tell I'm not in the studio. I'm not in my normal spot. I'm in, well, if you can judge by the sirens, New York City. So we're out here on assignments, as I mentioned in Sunday's show. This will happen periodically on Mondays throughout the season where I'm doing the show remotely. But then in the second half, there are a lot of Monday off days, which really makes me smile. But anyway, Brewers fall 3-1 today. Here's what the manager, Pat Murphy, had to say about everything that went down today.
Kids, you know, an elite pitcher in the league, and we got bases loaded, nobody out, and just unfortunate. You know, Bryce has been one of our catalysts all year long, and, you know, Wheeler made good pitches, and credit Wheeler, you know, for getting out of that.
What was the key for him in terms of his outing and the bullpen, especially after he was done, and continuing to kind of keep you guys in check?
They're good. You know, it's flat out they're good. And they pitch well. Wheeler didn't have his best stuff. I think he'd be the best first guy to tell you that. But him and JT, they get through it. It was masterful in a lot of ways. He did what he needed to do, made big pitches when he had to. And obviously bases loaded, no out, pitched out of that. Gave up some hard contact, but right parts of the field. And yeah, we didn't take advantage.
Even though it was early in the game, were you worried of any kind of a carrier effect when that happens in the second inning, or was it early enough in the game that you thought the guys could just get through that and move on?
What are you talking
in terms
about?
the mental aspect of bases loaded, nobody out, and then early in the game? Was that good for you guys at all, or any kind of carrier effect or no?
We've played 60-some games this year. 60. What was it? 60. 60. All right, number 60. Check out how many games we've been out of that it's affected. Anything's affected us. I mean, we've played tough in 58 of the 60 games. So these are a bunch of guys that love to play, and they keep coming at you. And I don't think it affected us. I think Wheeler's really good. I think Hoffman's really good, and the last kid's really good. So we battled and didn't come up big when we had to, but give credit to our guys too. I mean, they hung in there.
What was your impression of Reese's night overall, from
awesome
the beginning all the way through?
Fans showed that, what this game's really all about. Reese left an impression on this fan base, like he will on ours. You know what I mean? Like, people already recognize who the guy is and recognize how he goes about his business and what a pro he is and what a teammate he is. So I think the fans reacted just like, I'm just happy for him that, he stole a base. It created a lot of chuckles, and also hit a homer. So,
how about from his standpoint? He was joking around with us that he's a crier and he was going to be emotional. I mean, you must have. Did you see it at all before the game?
It meant a lot to him. Yeah, it meant a lot to him. He's a deep kid. And he loves this game, and he knows the game has treated him great, and Philly's treated him great, and he loves this place. He speaks so fondly of his teammates and of the organization, and loves talking about it, and it's a testament to who he is. I mean, this guy's as good a person as you're ever going to have. We're very lucky to have him. He's been a huge part of our success.
So were you okay with the send after he stole the base in that situation?
Got to make that guy throw you out.
It was a heck of a throw, too.
Heck of a throw, bang, bang play.
You talked a little before the game about just sort of being able to gauge how your team matches up against that team. Would you take anything?
It's one game. We had to use an opener and Bryce Wilson, who was a reliever to start the season, but pushed into starting duty because of our number of injuries we've had that I'm sure you know about. So one game doesn't gauge anything, but it's the only thing you can gauge is that for 60 games, this team hangs in there every game. You know what I mean? Is never out of it. And I'm really proud of that.
Bryce needed 25 pitches to get through that first inning, but what would you think about kind of how he settled in the rest of the way?
Yeah, he settled in. He didn't have good stuff early, but then, to give us what he did, 6 innings, 90 pitches, got his highest pitch count of the year, I believe, and to give us 6 innings like that was crucial against a really good lineup, a really good offense, one of the best, and he should feel great about it, giving us 6 innings, 3 runs, and started without his best stuff and didn't have his command early, and I think he should feel good about it.
Absolutely. I mean, you normally 2 runs in the first and then shutting it down. Now, obviously allowed the home run later, but 3 runs after nearly completing 6, you're going to win those games more often than not, but you faced a really good one on the other side. We'll play a couple of the moments, not really a full highlight segment coming up since the Brewers only scored 1 run, but that 1 run was a really, really cool moment. That's next on WTMJ.
Small business owners, we know finishing your to-do list can feel like climbing a mountain, but that mountain is also covered in banana peels. Then when something new gets added to your list, you're like, nope, I'm already climbing this huge, super slippery banana peel mountain of a to-do list. At Progressive, we don't want to make your day any harder. That's why we make it easy to manage your policy on our mobile app. So climbing that banana peel mountain feels more like a leisurely stroll. See if you can save on commercial auto insurance in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms and conditions.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Siding Unlimited, named the best window installers not just here but in the whole USA. Get the best. Siding Unlimited, 3-time winner as America's best window installer. For windows, you call Siding Unlimited first and directly. SidingUnlimited.com.
Don't miss out on the Memorial Day event at Ken Michaels Furniture. Our entire showroom of heirloom quality furniture is on sale. Enjoy unprecedented discounts of 35% on Norwalk, Bradenton Young, and Amish solid wood furniture. Create a sofa, chair, recliner, or sectional as unique as you are with our thousands of customizable upholstery options. Or take immediate delivery on in-stock items. Shop the Memorial Day event now at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee. There's no doubt that a better night's sleep makes for better days, and a good quality mattress helps make it happen. When you buy your new Milwaukee mattress from Ken Michaels Furniture, you are assured of a mattress made individually for you out of the finest natural materials direct from our Milwaukee factory. We make every style, size, and firmness of mattress, and with our factory direct prices, you will save hundreds of dollars. Milwaukee mattresses from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Stop in today.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
You know, normally this is the time we do some highlights. It's kind of tough when you only score one run. But the moment of the night was Rhys Hoskins in his return, doing something he's done plenty of, and that's hit a home run at Citizens Bank Park. And Josh Mauer was on the call.
The 2-1 pitch. Drive in the left field. Dahl is going back. Dahl on the track. Dahl at the wall. Goodbye! Philadelphia home run! Rhys Hoskins into the seats in left. The cheers turn to boos. And the Brewers are on the board. It's a 3-1 game in the 7th inning.
That was awesome. You could hear the boos and the conflicted crowd and trying to figure out, oh, wait, what? But the story of the day was the fact that the Brewers had the bases loaded and nobody out in the top of the order up, and they didn't score a run. That's why they lost. Pitched well enough. He didn't hit well enough, but that'll happen. Phillies are good. They have the best record in the National League for a reason. But you'll try to get after it again tomorrow. And a reminder, the Brewers, when they went to Philly last season, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going back to check right now, they lost the first game of that series, too, then ended up winning the last two. And that is correct. They lost to Aaron Nola. They lost in a tight one, 4-3. Both teams were in a similar fashion. Really good team. Julio Teheran started game one of that series for the Brewers last year. Then game two, it was Colin Ray got the start, so deja vu here, against Christopher Sanchez. Whoa, deja vu. The Brewers had got the Jeff Hoffman in that game. They won that 5-3. Then, of course, it was Corbin Burns in the finale. I understand he's not here anymore, but Corbin pitched great. He had 8 shutout innings with 10 punch-outs, and it was the big league debut of Abner Uribe, remember? Struck out the side. Well, did not strike out the side, I should say. He also walked one batter and struck out 3 in an electric debut when the Brewers beat up on Taijuan Walker. So they lost the first game of the series last year. Maybe they can do it again by winning the next 2 just like they did last year in Philly. Brewers fall 3-1. We'll look at the rest of the schedule, some other headlines from today that you may have missed when it comes to the rotation and what's on the horizon here for the Brewers as we get ready to wrap up the show after this on 620 WTMJ.
While you rest on the weekends, we work for you. Wisconsin's Weekend Morning News with Libby Collins. The latest in news.
TMJ4 meteorologist Brendan Johnson.
We're getting all 4 seasons, it looks like, in the span of just about 72 hours.
Entertainment.
His name's John Crimper.
I rode sheep when I was 3, and that's when it all started.
And more. Every Sunday morning starting at 8 on WTMJ.
In Wisconsin, bicycles are legal and intended users of the road. We remind drivers to share the road and make sure to slow down and give at least 3 feet when passing a person biking. Let's make sure everyone, no matter their mode of travel, gets home safely. Learn more at wisconsinbikefed.org.
Trust in your family's comfort at home with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. They're the oldest family-owned HVAC company in southeast Wisconsin. 4 generations of Ciders, and their highly trained technicians provide a one-stop shop for all home and business comfort needs, including an emergency service line that's always live and a 12-year parts and labor warranty on all Daikin products. Get peace of mind by scheduling maintenance today with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. That's SEIDER, Cider.com.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. You can't leave him alone for a call.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
So he said to me, "Boy, oh boy, do you got the boulders." And I said, "You betcha." And he said, "Do you mind if I cherry pick?" And I said, "Feel free. They're all beautiful and they're all granite. Sparkling pinks, blues, and grays from 4 to 36 inches. And they're all priced right because we buy direct from the source nationwide to give you the look you want." Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Well, if you need flagstone for your new natural patio, Erickson's is the place to find it. We have the largest selection and 15 styles to choose from. And for decorative stone, Erickson's is your best choice. Our decorative stone is trucked in from all over the country. We buy straight from the quarry and cut out the middleman to keep your prices nice and low. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
All right, last segment here, last couple minutes. Mentioned it earlier that Robert Gasser is dealing with some tightness and some soreness. Hopefully nothing major here. Nothing about whether or not he's going to skip his next start or anything like that. It's all in his left elbow. He's in the process of receiving a second opinion. Speaking of second opinions, DL Hall is going to fly to Los Angeles to see Dr. Neil Elatrash in person. The imaging came back clean, but the doctor still wants to see him in person as that saga continues. He will rejoin the team in Detroit with those results. Also, Jacob Junis will be starting a rehab assignment in AAA Nashville by the end of the week, which is good news there. And JB Bukowskis will be down in Arizona for the Complex League to start getting reps there. Garrett Mitchell is on his way down to Arizona, too, to get the final checkup to make sure everything is all systems go as he starts to see live pitching, hopefully by the end of this week. A lot. Oh, and Joe Ross. They're hoping that Joe Ross won't need a rehab assignment and build him up organically and have him return by mid-June. Now, that's obviously up in the air. And just real quick nugget to send you on your way. I was talking to Devin Williams in the clubhouse. He thinks he's ahead of schedule. He wants to be back. He is pining to be back. The Brewers have remained steadfast saying the All-Star break. But given he's playing catch, he's already got the Clean Fuego out, one of his training tools out. That's a good sign. I'm hoping, I'm sure Devin's hoping too, maybe before the All-Star break. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but just going to monitor that situation if Devin's going to be on a rehab assignment here by the end of the month. because that would certainly be a welcome sight, and it just makes it that much deeper, that much more exciting for the Brewers. The good news is tomorrow, Jared Koenig's going to start again as an opener. Colin Ray is going to follow, and you've got a really fresh bullpen after what Hobie Milner was able to do today to make sure that no damage was done in that 8th inning. So you've got Hudson available. You've hopefully got McGill available, Payam, Spagero. The list goes on. Same time, same place tomorrow, 5:40 Central, first pitch. We're on the air at 5:05. My thanks to Craig Kashan and our producer, Matt Yazel. I'm Dom Cotroneo. Keep on swinging.
Come escape to Lake Lawn Resort. Enjoy stunning lakeside views, on-site golf, award-winning spa, and numerous dining options, including 1878 on the lake. Dive into the pools, explore water sports, or relax by the lakeside fire pits. Experience Lake Lawn Resort's newly renovated guest rooms, part of a multi-million-dollar upgrade for ultimate comfort and luxury. Whether it's a